Now see this, averages or measure of central tendency. Now what is this? This is see, whatever we are doing, we are going to do this chapter. This is the most important because this one is the first step to do the all practical for this year in this entire QT, right? So what is averages or measure of central tendency? Averages means we have to find a single value for numerous other. For example, we have some data, right? So we have data of 10%, right? Data like marks, fine. Out of 100, some got 85, 93, 72, and blah, blah, right? So what we do, because all the 10 students, let me assume that in a class there are 10 students, all the 10 students got the different marks. So what we do, we just make an average or one single number which represent all the values, right? For example, in your, let me take an example, in the graduation, you got 75%, right? So you know that in some of the subject you got 90, in some you got 65. So, but what you have done, you find the average. Average is what? Adding the all the marks and divide by number of subjects, right? So you got the average. So that means in each and every subject you got 75, 75, 75, right? So this is the average. In this example, you got average 75, but you got marks 92 also, 83 also, and 61 also. But 75 lies on the center of all these numbers, middle of all these numbers. So that's why we call that measure of central tendency, because all the concentration of these numbers come in central part. So that is we call measure of central tendency. Got it, Buddha? So average are the statistical constants which enable us to comprehend in a single effort of significance of the whole. These are the sub definitions. Just read it. Prerequisites for the good averages. According to Professor Yule, the following requirements to satisfy the ideal average. It should be a rigid, defined, right? That means it is a clearly defined, the numbers, whatever, we have to find the average. It should be easy to understand and calculate even for the non-mathematical person. It should be based on all observations. It should be suitable for the further mathematical treatment. It should be affected as little as possible by fluctuating the sampling. It should not be affected much by extreme observations. Right? Now, there are 5 measures of central tendency. First one is arithmetic mean, or we simply called as a mean. Second, median and partition values, median and partition values. Next, mode. Then geometric mean, GM, geometric mean. And the fifth one is harmonic mean, HM. Now, the first one part, arithmetic mean. In previous classes, I told you that there are two types of data. One is ungrouped and second one is grouped data. We also called ungrouped as the individual series, and further we divide group into two parts, that is discrete series and continuous series. I've already told you these three types of data: individual, discrete, and continuous. Got it? Have you remembered? Yes.
Yes, sir. We take a summation of all the numbers, numericals, and then divide it by 6.
Come again.
And then the total summation is 90 by 6 and divided it will be equal to 15. So 15 is the harmonic mean, right?
Your voice is very feeble. Give me 2 minutes. I'll check it. Wait. Yes, Abhishek. Tell me again, because your voice is very feeble.
Hello, sir. So like
Yeah.
the harmonic mean is like we do the summation of 5 plus 8, 10, 24 plus 28, 90 by divided by
So your
6.
voice is very, very slow. Very.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yeah, audible.
Hello?
Very low sound.
So maybe some
Give me 2 minutes.
network issue.
Let me check my setting also. Wait.
Okay.
Give me 2 minutes. Yes.
Sir, it's like the this arithmetic mean, which is the we need to find out the harmonic mean, right? Or
See.
the arithmetic mean.
No. I'll tell
Sim
you. I'll tell you. Now, in these are the 5 type of averages, right? The first one is
Yes.
the arithmetic mean. That is
Simple mean.
different. Median, we have to calculate median. That is a different method to calculate median. Same for the
Uh-huh.
mod, same for the GM, same for the HM. In all the 5s, they are the different methods to find out the averages,
Okay, sir.
right? Okay. Now, first one is arithmetic mean. Fine.
Okay.
Uh, have you remembered now all 3 types of data: individual, discrete, and continuous?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now, come to this one, arithmetic mean first, right? Now for the
Uh-huh.
individual series, that is ungrouped data. Simple formula is x bar, we denote the mean by x bar, x
Uh-huh.
and 1 bar above this, that
Yes.
is called x bar, right?
Yes.
So formula for this is x1 plus x2 to
Yes.
xn divided by n. x1,
Yes.
x2 are the all variables and
Variable.
variables and
Okay.
divided by n, right?
Okay.
Fine. For example, let we have to find the arithmetic mean of these observations, 6 observations, 5,
Okay.
8, 10, 15, 28, right? So adding all these numbers divided by number of observations, that is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4,
3,
5,
4,
6.
5, 6. Okay. Okay. The 6 comes like how many observations are there, right? So it's
Yes,
like 6 and calculation summation of all the total.
total
What is this called?
divided by
Mean, right?
number of
Yeah.
observations.
Okay. 90 by 6 will divided by equal to 15.
Yes. Now
So
15
this
is
is
the arithmetic mean. Fine.
arithmetic mean. Okay. Yes.
Yes. Now see the difference. 15 lies between 5 and 28. It lies
Yes.
somewhere
Somewhere in
centrally
between.
located.
Yes.
Fine. So that's why it's
Yes.
called a measure of central tendency.
Okay.
Now, generally, we write summation of x summation. This sign is called sigma,
Sigma.
right? Sigma. And it denotes summation.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Summation means sum up.
Sum up. Yes.
Yes. So sum up of all these variables. Summation of
Okay.
x divided by n.
Okay.
Right? Is it clear?
Yes. Yes.
Now, in the similar way, this is when there is frequency distribution. That means in the group data. In the group data, we have X variable as well as we have F frequency,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So formula for this one is F1 X1 plus F2 X2 up to Fn Xn. In general, summation of F into X
Uh,
divided by summation of F,
okay.
right? Summation F means F is a frequency, so total of frequency. And generally we denote summation of F by this capital N. Capital
Okay.
N denotes summation of F,
Okay.
right? Okay. Now, see, in this example, the intelligence quotients IQ of the 10 boys in a class are given below. We
70,
have to find
120,
them.
110, 88, 83, 95, 98, 107, and 100. So
Yes.
find the mean IQ. The solution means IQ x bar of the 10 boys is given is x bar sigma x by m, that is equal to 1
That is
in
a basic
1.
formula, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
in general, this is the individual series. So
Okay.
I average is what? Average is sum of all these numbers
All this. Yes. 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 That
divided
is
by
972 divided by how many?
boys.
Uh,
There are 10 boys, na?
10 boys divided by 10
So
equal to
divided by
97
10.
point. So this mean is called the arithmetic mean comes to 9.97.2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Vishaka.
I think Vishaka is
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
uh,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now come. Okay. Now come to next example. This is what these are the important thing because this is a basic thing, but they generally they ask the question, practical question for this also for the simple mean and these
okay.
things, right? Now, in the second example, there is the following is the frequency distribution of the number of telephone calls received in the 245 successive 1 minute interval. Say, for example, no calls. These are the number of calls, that is zero calls, frequency is 14, right? One call, 21, two calls, 25, and all these things. Obtain the mean number of calls per minute. Right? X, these are the calls, X variable. We have to remember one thing, we have to find the whatever the statistical we required, either mean, median, mode, whatever. So we always find for the variable. We always find the mean or median for variable. In the group distribution, there are the two columns. One is variable, second one is frequency. Frequency is called number of times that variable happened, right? See, in this example, they call that number of telephone call received in 245 successive 1 minute interval, right? In 1 minute interval, how many calls? In one zero calls, it happens that in one minute, no calls coming, that is, it happens 14 times, right? Similarly, in 1 minute interval, one call happened, it happens 21 times. Is that clear? Within a span of 1 minute interval, na? Within a span of 1 minute, if they call, they received one call, that means 21 calls. If they received two calls, that means 25 times. They received three calls, 43 times, and so on, right? So we have to find the mean number of calls per minute. These are the first one is X, that is a variable. Second one is F, that is a frequency, right? Total of frequencies given 245. Already given also 245. If we add these 14, 21, 25, 43, 51, 40, 39, 20, comes to be 245. Now we have to make a next column like F into X. First is the variable. We always call variable as a X, right? So X always denotes a variable. Now we have to find one more column F into X, right? See the first one, 0 into 14 comes to be a 0. 1 into 1 into 21 comes to 21. 2 into 25, 50. 3 into 43, 129, and so on. So these are F into X. Total of this comes to be a 922. So mean number calls per minute is summation X bar is summation of Fx by N. That is 922 divided by 245. It comes to be a 3.763. Okay. So that means per minute in the interval of 1 minute, they got exchange got 3.763 calls. Right? This is an example of discrete series. In group, there are discrete series and continuous series. This is discrete series. Now come to for this. subdivision method. See, for the group data, right? In journal, we have three different methods to find out mean. First method is called direct method. Second method is called shortcut method. And the last one is step deviation method. Fine. See what happened. This happened when variable, the value of numerical value of variable is very high, right? So it takes time, it consuming time for these calculations. So what we do, we find these mean by either shortcut method or subdivision method. Right? In journal or in when we calculate the mean, generally for the individual series, most of the time for the individual series, we use direct method. Right? For discrete series, we use shortcut method and step deviation by, sorry, continuous series, we use step deviation method. Right? Now see the difference. For the shortcut method, we assume a number from variable. Let we name it as a. Generally, a is the kind of assumed mean from the variable, right? So we name it as a d. D stand for the deviation. D stand for the deviations, right? So d is equals to x minus a. We name it as a d. So to calculate the mean, the formula becomes a plus summation of f into d by n, right? Now, in this, if we divide this division by class interval, we say h is the class interval, the formula becomes this. X bar is equal to a plus summation of ft by n into h. Right? See, in this example. Now, marks and number of students. These are the marks given. 0 to 10 marks. 6 students got 0 to 10 marks. 5 students got 10 to 20 marks. 8 students got 20 to 30 marks. 15 students got 30 to 40 marks, and so on. Right? We have to find the mean mark, right? Because these are the marks, so mean is mark. Now, you have to find by either by direct formula or by step division method, right? Now, first of all, for this group data, we have to, what we have to find in this marks, right? Marks. For the marks, for the calculation, we need a single digit. We need a single digit. See, in these marks, what you have seen, the intervals are given 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and so on. Fine. But we need a single number for the calculation, right? So what we do, we find the class mark. Class mark is what? Class mark is the mid central number of these intervals, right? So we find the middle term of this, that is 0 plus 10, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. 0 plus 10 divided by 2. 0 plus 10 is 10. 10 divided by 2, 5. So the middle marks is 5. Similarly, for the second class, 10 to 20. 10 plus 20, 30. 30 divided by 2, 15. So it comes to be a 15. Right? Is it clear? Any doubt?
So once more, please.
See, for the group distribution, this is called the group distribution in the group for this continuous series. This is the continuous series. Na? In continuous series, intervals are given, right? Now,
Okay.
we have to find mean for the continuous series. For the continuous series, we need a single variable for the calculation. We need a single variable for the calculation. For the single variable, we have to find the class mark, or we say the value of x is a class mark, or we say mid value.
Mid
Right?
value. Okay.
Yes. So mid value is the middle point of
Acha,
all
acha,
these
acha.
classes.
Okay. Like 0 to 10, the mid value is 5. 10 to 20, the mid value is 15. 20 to
50.
30, the mid value is 25.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So now these mid values we name as a x. This is the x. Right?
Okay.
F is already given. Right? So for the direct method, make a column f into x. 5 into 6,
Okay, 6 5s are 30, 15 into 5, 75. Okay. This is FX.
25 into 8, 200, and so on. Right? We add all these numbers. We got 1670.
70, okay.
Summation of f is total of this is 50.
50, okay.
Right? Now, for the direct method, summation of fx divided by summation of f. 1670 divided by 50, it comes to be 33.
Okay. 33. Okay, ठीक है.
Okay? Any doubt?
No, sir. Clear.
Now, see, step division method. Answer is same. Either you apply direct method or shortcut or step division, right? In all the cases, answer is same. Now, for the step division, see what we do for the step division. In this, the x's, these are the x, right? So for the calculation example, 35 into 15, the number is 525, is comparatively large, right? But if these numbers are very large, in that case, summation of fx, the value of fx become very
Mhm.
large, right?
Mhm.
So you
Mhm.
multiply these two numbers, then again you have to add all those numbers. So it becomes calculation become more and more complex,
Mhm.
right? To ease the
Mhm.
calculation, we use the subdivision method.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
What we do for this, choose any number
Mhm. Mhm.
from these value, right? Generally, we choose
Mhm.
centrally located number,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? So in the
Mhm.
center, 35 is the center,
Mhm.
right? We
Mhm.
name it as A, right?
Okay.
A. So the value of A is now 35. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, difference of this we called class width. Now, what is the class width? That will difference of these intervals. So, what
Mhm.
is the difference of first class? 10, 10.
Okay. Mhm.
In all cases, the difference is 10, na? Difference of these
Mhm.
numbers.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
10 to 20, 20 to 30. The difference are
Mhm.
10 in each and every case, right?
Mhm.
And same for all the classes,
Mhm.
right? Okay. So H, the difference is class width, that is H.
Mhm.
So the value of H is 10, right?
Mhm.
Now, formula is, first of all, now we have to find the D. Hmm. We have to find the D. D stands
Mhm.
for the deviation, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
The formula for the D is X minus A upon H. X minus A upon H.
Mhm.
X minus A upon H,
Mhm.
right? A is 35, H
Mhm.
is 10.
Mhm.
A is 35, H is 10, right?
Mhm.
Now, first, 5 minus 35
Mhm.
minus 30 divided by 10
Mhm.
minus 3.
Mhm.
It becomes minus 3, right? If then 15, 15 minus 35 by 10, 15 minus 35, 20, 20 by 10 minus 2, right?
Mhm.
These are the at equal intervals 10, 10. So what we do, because centrally located 35, 35 minus 35 is 0. This is 0, right? Above this, difference of 1, the minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. And similarly below this 1, 2, 3. Simple, right?
Mhm.
Now the value now the value of D become easy, minus 3, minus 2, as compared to this 5, 15, 20 by 65. Now this become easy, right?
Mhm.
Now next column is F into D. F into D.
Mhm.
6 into minus 3, minus 18. Then 15 minus 2 into 5,
Mhm.
right? And so on.
Mhm.
Clear? So these we get the value of F into D. Now add all these numbers, positive and negative, right?
Mhm.
So positive number comes to be a 16, 28. Total of this is 28, right? And minus 18, minus 10, minus 28, right? These two numbers, minus 28, fine. Minus 28 and plus 28. Cancel out. The remaining minus 8. So it comes to minus 8. Got it? Get it? If we add all these things, negative and positive, sum comes to be a minus 8.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.
Now, put in this formula. A plus summation of FD upon N into H. A is 35 plus H is 10 into summation of FD is minus 8 upon capital N is, that is 50. Now on calculating, we got answer is 33.4. Clear? Clear है बेटा?
Okay, sir.
Mathematical properties. First one, the algebraic sum of deviation of the given set of observation from the arithmetic mean is 0. That is, summation of x minus x bar is 0. Right?
खुलेगा
अभी खुला नहीं है
ORS में
अभी खुला ही नहीं है
क्या हो रहा है क्या हो रहा है
क्या हो रहा है कुछ नहीं पेपर दर्द हो जाएगा
See. Also, summation of x minus, sorry, summation of f into x minus x bar. That is also same thing, 0. Right? Now, look at this example. Numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Average mean is adding all these 7 numbers, divide by 7. On adding, we got 28, divided by 7, got 4. Right? So, x minus x bar, that is x minus 4. First, x minus 4, that means the x in the first one is 1. 1 minus 4 minus 3. 1 minus 2. Sorry, 2 minus 4 minus 2. 3 minus 4 minus 1. 4 minus 4, 0. 5 minus 4, 1. 6 minus 4, 2. 7 minus 3, 2. Sorry, 7 minus 4, 3. Right? If we add these numbers, it becomes 0. Right? Clear? Abhishek? Clear है? First property? Yes, Vishaka? Very clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Second one is mean of combined series. We also call the combined mean, right? See, let I took I took test for the two sections, section A, section B, right? For the section A, there are 15 students, and in section B, there are 10 students, right? I took test finally, and whatever the marks they got, I found the average, right? So average came to be 80, right? For the section B, the average is 70, right? So I got average of two classes or two sessions, fine. So how do we calculate the mean? I just add all the marks of section A. There are 15 students. We add all the marks of 15 students, divide by 15. We got the average marks. Similarly, for the section B, I add all the marks of 10 students and divide by 10. We got the average marks of class B. Right now, I have to find the average of both section combined together. Right. First method is what? I have to add all the marks of class A plus all the marks of class B, section B, right? I got total, grand total divided by total observation. Total observation is what? Total observation is 15 in the class A and 10 in class B. It becomes 25. So divide by 25. So I got the average of both classes. Now, there is method to find that if I have the average of two classes. See, formula is what? Generally we denote x bar 1 2 लिख देते हैं हम इसमें, right? They have not mentioned. If we subscript by 1 2, it denotes the for the two classes, right? Now formula is what? N1 x1 bar plus N2 x2 bar divided by N1 plus N2. N1 is the number of observation in the first class. N2 is the number of observation in second class. X1 bar is the mean marks of first class. X2 bar is the mean marks of second class, right? With these notation. told you, no, subscript x12. 1 to 9 for the two series, first and second series, right? In the similar way, if there are three, then what we do, x bar 1 to 3 is n1 x1 bar, n2 x2 bar, plus n3 x3 bar upon n1 plus n2 plus n3. So in general, we donate like this. Fine. Is it clear? Is this clear, beta?
No, sir. Can you repeat it once?
Yeah. For the two, if you have to find the combined mean of the two series, right? So the formula is what? Formula is we generally donate combined mean by this x1 x bar. In subscript, we write 1 and 2. It donates the first series, second series, right? Formula is n1 x1 bar, n1 multiplied by mean of the first section or first series plus n2 x2 bar, that means multiply of these two
Second
numbers.
series.
Fine, for the second series divided by total number, that is n1 plus n2, right? So this is for the two series. We generalize this for the 3, 4, 5, 6, any number. N1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar plus blah 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 up to nk, right? Just generally in exams they ask for the either 2 or 3. That's it, not more than that. Fine. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Do you have any class at 10 o'clock also? Or
Yes, sir.
At 10:30 we have, sir.
10:30.
10:30? So let me finish here 2 or 3 properties. Fine.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. See. The sum of the square of deviation of the given set of observation is a minimum when taken from the arithmetic mean, right? See in this example what happened. See in this illustration, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Average is comes to be a 4, right? Now see this x minus x bar, x minus 4. These numbers come. If we total, if we do the total, it comes to be 0. अभी हमने किया in the first property, right? Now what we do, square all these numbers. Square of minus 3 comes to be a 9. Square of minus 2 comes to be the 4, and so on. Fine. These we got the square of these numbers. If we add all these numbers, it comes to be a 28. Fine. Now, if we see, this is the division from mean. Division from mean. If we take any other number than mean, any other, either less or more, any other number than mean, the total of the square is always greater than this number. That means from the mean, it is the least. In property, the sum of the square of the division of the given set of observation is minimum when taken from arithmetic mean. See, I took the number 5, right? 1 minus 5 minus 4, 2 minus 5 minus 3, and so on. These are numbers. Square these numbers. Minus 4 square, 16, 9, 4, and so on. If we total these numbers, it comes to a 35. That means 35 is more than this. So when we take the division from mean, it always a minimum. Always a minimum. Fine? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Formula for the x bar is summation of fx by n. If we cross multiply this n into f, that means summation of fx become n into x bar, right? So that means the thing is, in general, this is f, they put the f, in general, x bar is summation of x upon n, right? If we leave this f. So x bar is summation of x by small n, cross multiply, summation of x is what? N into x bar, right? Clear? See, in this mean, in this formula, x bar is summation of x by n, right? Clear hai?
Yes.
If we cross multiply this small n into this x bar, so summation of x bar become n into x bar, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
N into x bar. So that means sum of all observation, sum of all observation is mean into number of observation, mean into number of observation. Clear? Clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
So in general, if we replace all the observation by mean, if we replace all the observation by mean, see in this example, if we replace all the observation by mean, sum of these number is 28, right? Replace this by 4, mean is 4, na? Replace this by
Yes.
4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 4 comes to be 7 times. 4 into 7, 28. The total is same. Right?
Yes, sir.
Now these are the properties here. Now this part is finished. Let we do some more example in next class. It's the important one. Right? Fine, Vishaya? Yes, Vishaka.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Right. So we do some more questions related to this examples in the next class. And we will, right?
Okay, sir.